Hi, sisters and misters. Lori sister here. How are you? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Okay. You know, yeah. Today's the first day I felt okay in over a month. So this is why I look like this. Yes, I look this good when I'm sick. Whatever. So anyway, before I get started, I wanted to give a shout out. There's probably nobody who watches anymore since I don't upload all the time anymore. As you all know, my mom passed away and I was like, I'm done with YouTube. And then I kind of posted a whole bunch of videos about my colonoscopy, but I like only shrunk those down to 2. So here I am again. But I was really encouraged by Lori. The other Lori. Yes, I met her during Veda years ago. And I like hearing her health stories. I don't know why. She has cool stuff because sounds like she lives in a small town, unlike me. So like her doctor would call her and be on the phone for like 30 minutes and she's like, shut up already. Where here, it takes like 4 months to see your doctors and you're in and out. Like they don't talk to you. So I'm envious of that. So I'll leave Lori's info down below, and she vlogs every day. Every day. She's been doing that for years. So she does it because she loves it, right? She probably gets paid very little, but she gets paid more than I do, okay? Because I get 0. I got paid 1 time from YouTube. That was years ago. Anyway, so to this video. So let's back it up a little bit. Back that up. So I was sick and I had transferred doctors, and here in Arizona, like it's like pulling teeth trying to get medication. In California, they just throw it at you. Here, so I was sick the end of October. I was sick November. I got a little bit better for a few days around Thanksgiving, and then it came back sick again December. I had to go to urgent care. I had saw my doctor and he didn't give me nothing. And I'm like, I need something. So come to find out, I had pneumonia. So I had the flu. My daughter had the flu, which I never get. I've got the flu 1 time in my whole life. So this time I had the flu. I had sinus infection, sinusitis. I had bronchitis. I do suffer from asthma. He didn't give me nothing, so I ended up getting pneumonia. So I coughed so much. Nothing helped. And so what started to happen is on my left side, it was my left side, I would wake up in the middle of the night like in horrible, horrible pain. Every breath in hurt. And I couldn't move. I was frozen in pain. And I had this urge to stand up. I needed to get up, but I couldn't move. Every little move hurt so bad. And so I would have to wake up my husband, and then he would have to get up and then yank me up out of bed straight, because I was like stiff as a board, to get me up. And then I would get the worst pain for like a minute, which is long when you can't breathe in. And then it would dwindle down and dwindle down. It would take about 5 minutes, and then so I didn't know what that was. I was like, is this like a lung cramp? Because it's not really a cramp. I mean, it hurts. Like I wasn't sure what it was. I thought maybe it's because I was sick. So that happened all through December. Only when I slept. Only at night, in the middle of the night. So I even switched sides of the bed because I was like, well, I'm leaning on this side and I feel like my bed's kind of like this, and I get out of the bed that way. So I tried putting pillows and it still happened. So I switched sides, the other side of the bed, so that, you know, when I get up, I'm not messing with this. I just put a pillow on that side. It didn't matter. I still got it. And so January comes and it's okay. February comes and I was getting ready to go to church to sing at church, and it was my turn to lead, so I had the guitar and I was by myself, gonna sing by myself. And I went to grab like a cup for coffee, and I went like that, and like I felt that same pain, but like in my back, right where my shoulder blade is, like the bottom of my shoulder blade. And I was like, what the heck was that? And I stopped in my tracks, and I was like, okay. So I went to church. I was able to sing fine. Then I came home, and all of a sudden I got that same exact pain that I got down on my side by my waist. I got in my back, and it was awful. I mean, awful. I could not breathe in, and I could not breathe out. So I had to like pant. I felt like I was doing Lamaze. And I was like, oh, it hurt so bad. Like I just froze. And I couldn't move. And my husband came, and it was just like, oh my Lord. It was not 5 minutes. It was not 5 minutes. It was like 10 minutes now. And now, before, it only hurt when I breathe out. Now it hurt to breathe in. So it's breathe out and breathe in, and you can't breathe, and any movement hurts. So I'm just like frozen. My husband tried to touch me, and I'm like, don't touch me. It hurts so bad. Don't touch me. And it was just like, I'm just frozen in pain. Freeze in pain. What the heck is that? First it was in my ribs. I'm not sick anymore. And I'm like, what in the world is that? I didn't know what it was. So then the next day, I was fine. And then the following day, it happened again. Oh, so much so where it's like I'm walking, and then I stop, and I freeze, and I don't want to move, and I don't want to breathe, but I don't want to pass out. So I have to breathe, and it hurts to breathe. So like I couldn't even like cry because it hurt. You know, so just like tears are falling from my face. And my daughter's like, Mommy, Daddy, Mommy's hurt. And like my husband comes, and I just squeeze his hand. Like he said like I was digging in with my nails. He said I hurt him. Ain't nothing compared to what I'm feeling, homie. So, oh my Lord. So I try to kind of like lean forward over the counter, and that seemed to help a little bit. And it lasted about 10 minutes again. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't lift anything. I didn't do anything. I don't know what was going on. I was just walking, and it happened. So I waited like, 2 days. Everything was fine. I've been having left side pain under my breast, and I've been bloated, and I've been constipated, and I'm like, what the heck? Maybe I was thinking maybe it was gas somehow. Woo, I don't know. I've never had that issue. And like, why did it travel to my back? So I felt good over the weekend. So then it's the following week, and I went to church, and I sang for the women's ministry. It was fine. I came home, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Walmart. So I went to Walmart, and I had to go all the way to the back of the store, and I grabbed my cart. Everything's great. Like it like left me. It left me. So I'm just walking, and I'm getting halfway to where I got to get to the milk. It's all the way to the back. So I'm in the halfway aisle, and then, oh my goodness, it's happening. And I stop, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in the store. What's gonna happen? And I'm like, packed, people, it's packed. I went down, turned to the aisle, and I thought maybe it's gonna go away, right? So I'm just standing there. It's not going away. I'm starting to cry. So I grab my phone, and I'm like, babe, it's happening. I don't know what to do. And he's like, oh my gosh, because we only have one car. Now, there was a lady, a mom, and she heard me on the phone telling him, it hurts, I can't breathe, I don't know what to do. And she like listened to me, like she was at the freezer. I'm in the freezer aisle over here, and she's across from me. And I'm like, I don't think I can make it to the car. And there's nowhere to sit, right? And I'm like, I'm taking off my bra. I took off my bra because it hurt. It hurt to have my bra on. It hurt. So I took my bra off in Walmart in the freeze section. Didn't have a purse with me. right? So I'm going like this, and I loosened it, and it's just like hanging, and like my shirt, I had a loose shirt so you could see it. I didn't care. That's how much pain I was in. She just walked away. She didn't say, can I help you? Do you need help? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So my thought process is I'm just going to push through, and I'm going to walk to my car. And I don't live that far from Walmart, so I thought I could just get in the car and go home, right? So I take a few steps, and just that, when you're not breathing fully, taking a few steps, I don't know what, I mean, oh, it was hurting so bad, so bad. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So it was hurting under my left breast is where the pain happened now. And this was, I'm used to getting it in my back, but it was under my left breast. That same pain. Can't breathe in, can't breathe out. I mean, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I knew it wasn't a heart attack because it's not my chest, it's under my breast, and it's the same pain I had in my back and I had on my side. So I'm just like, like literally breathing like that. You could tell I'm in distress. And I would take a few steps and I would go. Now I'm actually looking at people in their eyes as they're walking by because I'm afraid I'm going to pass out. And people look at me, see me like, oh, see me pausing, see me taking 2 steps and stop. Nothing. They just look and keep walking. I'm like, are you serious? I mean, it took me forever to get towards the front of the store. Now, how to make a decision? There's a bench there, and then there's the greeter, and then right behind there is Subway, and then the doors. But I walked by at least 4 employees who looked at me and did nothing, and at least 20 customers who looked at me and did nothing. Didn't ask if I need help, didn't watch me, nothing. I saw a dad with his son, and he kind of was like this, but did nothing. And I'm like, nothing. They didn't even think, I mean, I'm fat. Like, they didn't think I was in labor or something. So I felt like if I sat down, no one would help me. So I got to get to my car. And maybe by the time I get to my car, I could drive home. So, so hard. I was like, okay, I'm going to go. I literally could only walk 5 steps at a time. And it would just hurt so bad because then my heart started beating fast. My lungs are going because I can't breathe. And so I was like, oh Lord, please let me make it to the car. Let me make it across the way where everybody's going to get run over. I see my car. I'm like, and I'm, pushing the cart for stability now. And I'm holding onto the car, open the door, and I didn't know how to get in, right? So I'm like, I'm just going to slide in, right? I'm going to slide in. Put my foot in, sat down. Now, the seat is in my crack, right in between my legs in the crack. I'm halfway in, halfway out. And when I sat down, oh, it hurt so bad. It was just, it's like the pain intense, like everything just pushed up. And I was like, oh. Now my door's open. I'm holding on the door, holding on the steering wheel, and I'm like, oh. And the girl next to me gets in her car, takes off. Someone comes and parks. I call my husband. I'm like, I can't get in my car. Someone gets out of the car, hears me say that, and he says, call 911. So I hang up and I call 911. The person next to me hears that I'm calling 911 and walks into the store. Goes get something, comes back, leaves. Someone else comes, and I'm like crying, like, oh, like it was. I was making noise because I was in so much pain, and I was just like, oh. People are walking. An employee came and got my cart. People are just walking. One person came. My door's open. I'm hanging there. Nobody's helping. Nobody's saying anything. No one's checking on me. I was praying. Every time I go to Walmart, because I'm a Spark driver, I was there a lot. I shop for people and I take them groceries. And every time I go there, I see a person from church. I'm praying for someone from church so they can come and help me and pray. And so I call 911. No, she says there's an accident. There's an accident up the street. Well, not up the street, up the ways, and they're coming. But there's an accident. Oh my goodness. It's way past 10 minutes now. I mean, it was past, I'm just like praying, and I'm like, what is wrong? I can't. So she tells me to put my hazard lights on. I put my hazard lights on. I'm like, I can't move. I'm halfway in the car. I'm halfway out the car. My car is white. And you know, she's like, do you hear him? I'm like, no. And I just, so many people didn't care. Didn't care. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't know what it was. I knew it wasn't a heart attack. But I did not want to. She's like, you could hear them. You could hear them. You could hear. It took 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes for them to get there. And I'm hanging out the car for 20 minutes. Going, ugh! No help at all. So, I could hear them. I go, I hear them. I hear them. I hear them. She's like, can you see them? Like, I can't see them. Maybe they're behind me. I can't see them. And then all of a sudden, I go, they're here, and I think I'm better. And I'm like, I could breathe with no pain. The pain is gone. Gone. So you're talking at least 30 to 40 minutes I'm having this pain. And it's gone when they get there. I'm like, what in the world? I was scared. I got in my seat. Fine. I was like, oh, I took off my bra. I'm still kind of sitting sideways, but I can get in my car. And I'm like, so then they come and they're like so disappointed. They look so disappointed that I felt better. So they took my blood pressure. They, you know, checked my blood sugar, listened to my heart. They said, you know, I can go to the ER with them, or I can just go to urgent care. I'm like, I'll just go to urgent care. He's like, there's a big accident, just so you know. Don't go here, go there, because you're going to be in the ER for a long time, and blah, 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 blah. And so you got to sign this paper. So I signed this paper. I called my husband. He had already called our pastor to give him a ride to me. So my husband like freaks out. So they come, and like, I just want to be with my husband. That was a horrible, embarrassing, scary, disappointing experience. And he goes, go in the car with Pastor Jim. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a bra on, you know? So my baby girl was in the back seat. And since I had the car, it was a big thing. So the pastor took me, and he started talking about his wife who has AFib and stuff. That's not what this is. It's not it. That's not it. But I was like, okay. And then as soon as we came home, I started to feel the pain again. I go, oh, I feel like it's going to come again. So I got out of the car. They prayed for me. I came inside, and I just relaxed. I'm like, what? That was awful. So that was on a Tuesday, right? Thursday happened again. I didn't really eat anything. It didn't happen when I was sleeping. I was just walking from the dining room to the kitchen and then stopped. 30 minutes. 30 minutes I had the pain. I can't sit down. I can't move. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm going to pass out. I get really dizzy, really lightheaded. And yeah, I mean, my husband was on a very important phone call, and I was like, take me to ER. But he was on a very important phone call, so I had to wait. Again, I had to wait. Got in the car, screamed because it hurt so bad. 2 minutes out, pain went away. But I am so sore under my left breast. Get to the ER, and I'm just like really sore and uncomfortable, but I could breathe. So they take me back right away. They give me an EKG. They're like, we think you're having a heart attack because you have pain on the left side. You have pain here. I'm like, I'm not having a heart attack. So they give me all this blood work, and then they come in And I'm just in so much pain. I didn't even know I was pain here. They did an ultrasound and they're digging in there, and I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, you have something there, but it's nothing, because when you had an ultrasound last year, it was fine. Last year I had this episode where my heart was beating so fast I passed out. It was a day before I moved. Took me to the ER. They pumped me up with all this medicine. Nothing was working, so they had to put me to sleep and shock me, and then my heart went back. They said it's not AFib. They don't know what it is. They did the echocardiogram. I needed a stress test, but my insurance wouldn't cover it, and it wore a heart monitor. And they say sometimes my heart beats really, really fast and that I can feel it. So they put me on medication to lower my heart rate, and I'm on a baby aspirin. But I know this is not it, right? So they're like, they sent me home. They said, you just need to go see a cardiologist. Like, oh my God. It's not that, people. So I actually get an appointment the very next day with a doctor who's not my doctor. So the ER told me they think it's muscles, some sort of muscle strain, some sort of muscle pain, some sort of muscle spasm, some sort of muscle cramp. They think it's a muscle. So the next day I go and I see this nurse practitioner, and she feels me and she's like, oh, it's your bones. You're feeling pain in your bones. So she ordered a CAT scan, and I'm like, oh my God. So then the next day, so Tuesday, I call the ambulance at Walmart. Thursday, I go to the ER. Friday, I go to the doctor. Come Saturday, it happens again. Oh, just take me to the ER. Go to the ER. This doctor was really nice. She thought I was kidney stones. So they do all the kidney stone stuff. They give me a CAT scan. They don't find nothing. Sends me home with some medicine that has to do with muscle spasms. So she thinks it's a muscle too. And I'm like, oh my God. So no one could explain to me what is my problem. So then I get an appointment with my main doctor. He thinks it's bones. So he's gonna set me for, before that, I went to my surgeon who wanted to take out my gallbladder, and I told him take it out, and he said, I'm not going to take it out because you have pain on your left side, gallbladder pains on the right side. Mind you, that's what, you know what, I'm going to save that for the next video. So my doctor sends me to go get an x-ray. I go get an x-ray, and it takes them a week to get the results. I see the results, and it makes no damn sense to me. It says non-displaced fracture in my rib. Okay, kind of makes sense, right? I don't know why my pain is traveling, but it kind of makes sense. I don't know which rib it is. I don't know which side it is. But on the bottom where it says findings, found nothing. And then it says come back in 14 days for another x-ray. Now mind you, when I went to go there, but I had to wait an hour, and by the time I got there it was lunchtime. So the guy was on lunch, and they gave me a dumb girl, and she's like, she's telling me to stand in place, but she's moving me like this, and so all my x-rays come crooked. So my doctor says I don't think it's a fractured rib, because if it was a fractured rib, it doesn't matter because it's non-displaced and you're already better by now. Okay, well, I'm in pain. So I go see the GI doctor. So the GI doctor gives me, now mind you, my surgeon gave me heartburn medicine. When I took it, it burned so bad I never took it again. My regular doctor gave me gabapine, but I didn't want to take it because it's a seizure medicine. And what's that going to do for me? No, I ain't taking nothing. So I go to the GI doctor, and he don't know what it is. And he said, you had a colonoscopy last year, everything came fine. Really? Because that's not what you told me when I had it. And we don't want to do anything, so I'm going to give you these pills. And he gives me the strongest pills. They fill your gut with water and help you go to the restroom. Well, those give me bad diarrhea. So then he lowered the dose, and it still gives me diarrhea, and it's so I asked her for pain pills, but I mean, I'm in pain every day, all day, every day. So I decided to take gabapine and Gabapine has helped a lot. A lot. But not enough, because I got to take Tramadol on top of that. So this is what I've been going through. I've been going through more, which I'll leave for the next video because I've been rambling and talking so much. But it just discouraged me, and just, it made me wonder, like, is this world just so bad? If I saw someone in distress, would I not help them out of fear that they were gonna rip me off, or some trick, you know? I get maybe if I'm hanging halfway in and out of the car, people think like, I don't know, I'm gonna kidnap them, steal them, rob them. I mean, Walmart, especially where I'm at, is very well, it has cameras everywhere. So, I mean, I don't know. So it just, I hope that I'm not in my old world when I go shopping, that I'm looking at other people, looking around. I like to smile at people. I love when people smile at me, but if I see someone who looks like a distress, maybe watch them first, just keep an eye on them, and then because you're like, well, maybe they just have a limp, maybe that's just how they breathe, but watch them and then go ask them, hey, how you doing? You know, it was so scary to think, what if I was having a heart attack? What if I was and I was at Walmart? I would have died in front of all these people who didn't care, and who knows how long it would have took them to find my body if I was halfway in the car and halfway out. You know what I mean? It's awful. Till next time.